Welcome back! Friday, let's go! Haha! Gold. 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 LTA, baby. Yes, sir. We have news soon, guys. We have the monthly closure. Today is the day. Today might be the big day. Let's talk about it. Hope you guys are doing well here. And a little bit of a different introduction today. Of course, we have our gold song ready. It's Friday, right? We're heading into the weekend. I want you to be fully prepared here. I want you to end the week with a banger. Let's make sure we close it up right. All right? Close the week right. Ranging week so far. We need to see somewhat of an expansion today. Let's see if we can get it started. All right? Let's smash up that like button right now. Let's liberate the like button right now at the moment. Let's do it. Click on that button so we can start officially. Good to see you guys. All right. What a month it has been, fam. What a month. What a month. What a month. That's some serious stuff right there. Okay. Let's get ready, man. We have a couple things here. Okay. Couple things here. In regards to gold right now, we have news coming in like what? In around 11 minutes. Perfect. That's perfect. Let's talk about it here. Okay. Let's see. Let's continue the process here. Let's see what we have in the chat with us today on a beautiful Friday. All right. It's good to trade or stream on a Friday. We were actually not streaming on a Friday before. This is usually since what, like a week or so, we have been streaming on a Friday. So yeah, give me 1 second. There we go. Fantastic. Okay. Beautiful fam. Promote, welcome my G. All my G's are in the building. Question mark? I think so. Dominic, good to see you. Helvis, Striker, Candle Slanger. Yes. Sharat, Miracle Joe. I love that name. It's a miracle, Joe. An absolute miracle. Pokuna, Elena, Mondo. Mondo says top G. Still wear your glasses. Like I said, I lost my glasses, unfortunately. No more glasses on the stream, unfortunately, for now. I need to buy new ones. That's how I would never spend a couple grand on Cartiers because I would lose them. Facts, I would lose them. Waste of money for me. Okay? G-Bro, Evelyn. Man, the chat is on fire. On fire. Let's go. Beautiful. All right, fam. A couple things that we have to talk about here. Yeah, gold number one. Of course, you can see it already, right? The previous daily POC is holding up around this level. Okay, let me do a quick analysis. Like a little bit more macro. Let's start out with the macros real quick. Okay, very important stuff. Let's talk about the monthly. Okay, you have 9 minutes left. I'm gonna show you something. Okay, number one, monthly candle is gonna close in 8 hours. Very important, right? What can happen here is that later on the streams here today, or later during the stream, it could be much later, you know, the last couple hours before the daily closure even, the price suddenly starts to move like madness, like crazy, okay? Usually happens around the monthly closure. So be aware of the fact that this is the monthly candle closure. It's not looking that fantastically strong yet. That doesn't mean that we're gonna just flip bearish and that we're gonna come down today, okay? At all. We're still looking relatively solid here, okay? On the weekly, not that strong, not that weak. Pretty average, okay? 3 daily, looks a little bit better. You can see right now that the candle formation is holding up. We took out the lows. We actually manipulated the lows, right? We came below the Sunday open this week. We took out the previous low, and now we're pushing further. 3 day looks better, all right? Daily, neutral overall. If you look at it this way, we're holding up still in this daily trend. Just so you know, okay? It's still the daily trend here that we're showing right now at the moment. You can still see that it's acting as somewhat of a trend here, okay? So what we're seeing is that we still have been consolidating. We have been expanding. We're now retesting that initial range. We're still in a higher high. We're still in a higher low. Okay, do take that in consideration. So I'm not bearish until proven otherwise. Okay, I really need to see price pushing down much more for me to turn into bearish, to turn into shorts here at this particular moment. Okay, same thing if you go to the hourly, all right, and you start drawing a trend. Like just very simple, very simple. Keep it very simple. Okay, we can see already that what we currently are experiencing is that we're also holding above this initial trend for now, still. Okay, so this range, higher high, this is the moment. We might be pushing up here. I'm not bearish until further notice here. I'm going to show you a couple levels which will make me turn bearish. Okay, the opening price is one of them. The opening price this week, especially. Okay, couple more things that we have to look for. Now, when it comes down to this chart right here, this is the initial range. Okay, we still have a very important key level, which is a 2316 if you manage to come all the way down here. Okay, if we start breaking below the Sunday open, there is a nice trade set up towards the downside. Continuous momentum here to the fixed POC. In my opinion, it's a 170 pip move. So this is where I would look for shorts. For now, we're still holding up quite nicely, I have to say. All right, we already manipulated the lows. We are now pushing up. We're now building that liquidity here. So if you guys see it, we're setting up here. We're building all that liquidity to the upside here. Every single time when we started New York this week, we hovered around that same exact level. That same exact level. Okay? 2344. 2344. That same level where we initially are constantly bouncing from the New York session here. So do take that into consideration. If you draw, okay, this level right now on the current week, because we have now 4 weeks of trading, right? We have the Monday, the Tuesday, the Wednesday, and the Thursday right here. And we start utilizing this, right? We're holding again above that same level where we started to come down yesterday from. The only thing that I'm seeing right now is this, fam. All right, can you guys see it? Let me know. In regards to highest probability setups, what are we currently seeing, especially today? What has been happening today? Okay, let me know in the chat, please. Have you ever opened the stream 3 days in a row being in the same price? Never. Not that I know. Not that I know. Absolutely. Not that I know. Okay. So, consolidation, fam. Consolidation. Okay. We are holding above the previous daily POC here. You do take that in consideration. Now, there are 2 things that can happen. I would not be surprised if we do this. All right. We manipulate down. After this consolidation, we get into our key levels here and we started to drive price up. Okay. I would be very interested in longs if it would come down here. So that accumulation here, expansion, and then that continuation to the upside, that's one layer. Okay? So the consolidation and manipulation and the expansion, the consolidation is there. The manipulation into a key level is going to be the manipulation, of course, when it's in a key level. So the previous daily value area low aligns with the Sunday open right here. Okay? 23, 34, 35. All right? The aggressive move, the aggressive trade will be, and that's an aggressive entry, okay? But you have to take this with a grain of salt, is the following, all right? It's gonna be a buy stop above this level, all right? If you look around the 30 minute, we're holding up here. And you see that the 4 hour is also holding up here, okay? You see that price is moving up and then potentially continue its momentum to start breaking out to the upside, to start going for an expansion to the upside here as well, okay? That's the riskier play. The much more conservative play, the much more... the trade that I think you can hold for a long period of time here, if you come down and you manage to hold here to continue to drive price up, which is going to be by far the biggest trade. Could be, you know, a massive target again, of course, the upper area, right? The upper echelon of the initial range. We talked about this in our private group today. We said constantly what's happening is we're accumulating and expanding. Retracement, continuation. Same thing here. Distributing, expanding, right? Consolidate, expanding. Like it's constantly a range expansion. So now we're waiting for a potential trade in a range to get initially that expansion. If you can get into a trade in the range at the right moment and that expansion actually happens, man, it's gonna be massive because then you're in a trade. You already took out some profits in the range and you can leave it running to see where it takes you. And that's kind of the idea to take here. So I would say there are two trade scenarios now. One is a news trade. And that is that you hold above the previous daily POC here. Okay. And that price is just going to go up. And that you're just going to go in and you put your stop loss below here. It's a risky trade though. It's a risky news trade. Okay. If price breaks down, then you might have that, that stop out right here. But what I do like is the fact that we have been building out all that liquidity to the upside right now at this particular moment. Okay. So do take that in consideration. It's a potential scenario where you could go long here. I might think about, let me see what we can do. How long we have? 2 minutes? Yeah. Potentially looking at something like this here. Let's go on the 5 minute. We're also building liquidity to the downside at this current moment. I think we have to wait and sit it out, fam. I think we have to wait and sit it out because if that manipulation happens, I think the biggest trade will come. And the biggest trade will be potential push down, continuation to the upside. If you continue to go up first, okay, we wait for our next key level to respond to. And then we have what we need. All right? Hope that makes sense. So yeah. The best risk reward, the best trade, the biggest amount of pips will be if you come down first. And you consolidate, you manipulate, and you expand to the upside. Right here. And if you go up, we simply wait to see what we respond there. Does it make sense? Let me know in the chat. Type in a yes. Okay. And let's get it up. Let's get it up. I doubt that we're going to go in one direction 100 pips down. Okay. But we have to wait and see here. Right. Two scenarios. We go up. We tap into our zones. Wait for a reaction. We look for that initial play. And we see what we can do from there. Even if you break out of a bigger range, a lot of opportunities from there when you're in the top or in the bottom of a range. There's always opportunities on the top and the bottom of a range. That's not a problem here. You're now in the middle and you have news coming. Okay? So news comes out. I think it's a delayed response. For now. Holding up. Not moving actually. Let's quickly look at the dollar, fam. Okay, dollar's pushing down. Okay, 0.2%. That should be good. That should actually be good for gold here. Gold is holding up. It's getting rejected at this particular moment though. So I expected a much bigger, anticipated a much bigger move, but you never know. You never know what the exact reaction is going to be. I'm gonna give it a couple minutes to see how we go. Dollar back in this range. We have been tapping into this level many times beforehand. Not impressed with gold. Not impressed with gold. I expect a much bigger play here. But that's what I mean. You can expect something, but the reality is always gonna be different than the expectation, or in many cases. So we're gonna find out how we can respond to that. That's why we never speculate too much on the expectations. See, we just work with our key levels. Okay. So this is a trade, definitely. If we start coming down, 100%. Irrelevant for now. If we start coming down, 100% I'm looking at that trade. This is the range we're in. I'm new to LTA. Is it really worth it to master? It's really up to you, man. It's up to you to decide if that's the case. Okay? It's really up to you to decide here. I can decide it. I cannot decide it for you. You have this. You have to make that conclusion for yourself. I do like this as well, by the way. If we can hold up. Looks like the bull flag. You have that liquidity built up here. Okay. Definitely not looking into shorts. Like I said before, no shorting. Anything below the Sunday open? Maybe. Maybe back towards the fixed POC here. It's only longs. 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 Only longs. For now. What do you drink? I drink tea, my friend. There is nothing like drinking tea on the stream. It's already 8:30 for me. 8:30 in the evening. Then no more coffee. No more coffee for me in the evening, for sure. Absolutely not. That's not tea, that's secret juice. Yeah, I agree. How much sleep do you usually get? Not enough. Not enough. Not enough. Not enough, my friend. No problem though. No problem. We can handle it. Where from? Originally I'm from the Netherlands. What position are you taking? I'm only interested in buys here. I'm only interested in buys right now, my friend. Whereas when we upload the podcast, which podcast are you talking about, my friend? I already had a podcast here. Do you have Italian origins? Yeah, my father is Italian. My father is Italian. So I'm not fully Dutch, now. I feel fully Dutch though, but like I'm not fully Dutch. Okay, we're pushing back. Not that impressive with the news, to be really honest with you. Not that impressed so far. How come the dollar's not going up? News is negative, man. So it should not be going up. It should not be, yeah, well, you never know. But the dollar is trying to hold on towards a level now. Towards a range. It's this range right here. Okay, the range from a Tuesday, the Tuesday range. That's what we're looking at. Okay. And as a could you assist, I made a trade short in gold around 1 p.m. with my confirmation. At the CWPOC, set stop loss at 23.41. It hit my stop and then flipped back. Short gold around 1 p.m. with confirmation at the current weekly POC. I need to look at it. 1 p.m. Can you share it in Discord, please? Share it in Discord and we will figure it out. Yeah, share it in Discord. Are you going towards Islam Makachev's fight? Yes, absolutely. I'm in a resort this weekend. I think we're gonna go to a resort or something like that. But I will watch the fight and I will have an event also. Just work. No matter where I go. Alright, 5 minutes for that 50-minute. I'm gonna select the level here. This is the fixed value area high on the lower time frame. There we go, I like that. Five seconds. I like this. What I never like is that these stops, that our stop has to go below this level. There is definitely some liquidity there. They're taking out the highs. The question is, are they going to go for the lows? But the confirmation around this level will be interesting. Initial reaction from the value area high is there. So how does it work? You draw the fixed range from this range, because it's a range. It's regardless of time now. And you let price develop and get back into that level. It's the value area high right here. We talked about that castle, right? We have the outer layer. Right? The castle has that fortress. And then you have the water. The water is in between. And then you have the big portal. The big door. It's the POC. And that's the outer wall. Right? We're now back at the first layer. So what you could say is that the Spartans now trying to push into the wall. Yeah, the Romans are defending. They cannot break through it yet. They're trying though. They're trying. They have a hard time. They have a very hard time. Look at that. Look at that reaction from that level. It's no coincidence, all right? It's interest around this level here. I'm going to look at the footprint. 5 minutes. Next news is in 1 hour. 1 hour. Still more than enough time here. Again. All right, that's a sign. Let's see where we close this 3-minute candle. I like the overall strength. I like the gold strength. I like the trend. I like a lot of things around it. I like the news. I like the weakness of the dollar. A lot of things I like here. Let's see where we close this 50-minute. In 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That'll be solid. $22.43 isn't the current weekly PSC. It's the current weekly PSC. It's also the previous daily. It's also the previous daily. Could you look at previous daily very high? Yeah, it's like, I think previous daily very high is at like 23.53. Oh, 23.49. Yeah, 22.49. Okay, so that's where you want to break above. That's curve, that's perfect. That's perfect. We set this? Sorry, we set this? I'm looking at it now. I can't see it anymore. Anyways, yeah, good. Robin, yeah, Robin. Keep it up, G. $44 seconds for that trade. Okay, if you start breaking out of the range, retracement. Yeah, we look at a 5-minute entry model 1. The fact that you're breaking out of this range is a good sign. Dollar is in free fall. Four-hour entry model 1 is similar. Very similar. But we have to look at the lower time frame here. Very high is respected so far. Really like that. Yeah, I'm looking at a little bit of a different trade than usual. It's on the lower time frame. It's something like this. It's great to see that the value area high is respected here. Stops go below the previous daily POC. And I target the Sunday open. Alright, the 23 with one level in between, which is the 23.57. I will confirm this in a second here. We have this range. as well. We're getting in that range as well here. Couple of levels. We look at internal ranges now. So the 2355, 2355, 2358. 2 levels. The 4 hour strong. So what we want to do here is I want to set in a bottom wick on a 4 hour. And then flip the trade and then flip the candle. And then continue to drive price further. So it's a 4 hour play. A 4 hour bottom wick play. I'm happy with how we're respecting these levels here. It's going to be strong closure. Any retracement, I think on the 4 hour, the bottom wick is trying to get into the bottom wick of the 4 hour candle. After we've seen that the value area high has been respected as well on the initial range. Keep in mind, you have the 4 hour closure. Link says dollar is going against gold. This is super funny. This is pretty common, my friend. It's nothing unusual. It's very, very normal. Very, very common. Very common. It's gonna hit 2370. We're gonna see about that. We'll find out. That will be great. If that's the case, it will be amazing. Yeah, we'll be good. Buys have closed above the current weekly value high. If that's the case and we close above it, that's a very bullish sign now. I like that a lot. There we go. But for now, the retracement into that range will be perfect. Especially because the 4 hour closes. The next the 4 hour candle sets in a bottom wick. So let's clean it up. Let's show them one more time. You're now working specifically with the range. We have the range here as well. You have that initial range. What might happen is that you start expanding. And the 4 hour sets in the bottom. And then any retracement to the key level is it's for me an entry right there. If you fly away without pullback, next level, next key level. Pretty straightforward. How many trades that you took? I think that, I don't know exactly total live. I think we're over, I need to update this. I think we're over 400 trades live on stream. 400 trades now. It's crazy. 400 trades on stream. It's a lot of trades. LTA, you take up the euro last night? No, I didn't. No. Empty the Excel sheet, please. Why? Why? Why should I empty the Excel sheet? I don't see the reason why I would empty the Excel sheet. You want to have the data. We want to have that information. We want to know what we're doing here. You said yesterday you make an empty version of the sheet. I never said that. And if I said something like that, it would probably be that I would look at the Nasdaq. If I would trade the Nasdaq on the side, we might get an empty sheet if you don't trade gold. Ah, like that. Okay, okay. I get it. Yeah. For you guys to get this Excel sheet. Yes, okay. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I will get it sorted. Thank you for, thank you. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Anyways, on Nasdaq with a perfect entry model 1 from the previous daily swing, very high. We'll check it out. We'll check it out. Yeah, 100%. So we're respecting the current weekly very high. I love it, guys. You guys are on point. You guys are on point today. As always, you guys are on point. We're currently in 2 key levels now. Anything around here is interesting. If you look at the overall bigger range, for us it gets more interesting in the upper range or in the bottom range. That's it. The moment we start getting out of the range, we start trending. That's easy money. That's constantly looking at the previous day, expansion, continuation. Right? Every single time when we're in a range, in a bigger range like this, we can only trade the bottom range, the top of the range. You can try to look for entry models if it's not news related. Like yesterday, we tried that one with a buy stop. Then it's nice. Then it's a great combination. If you start coming down and we get into the lower range, let's say the lower spectrum, fantastic. If we're getting up, fantastic. If you break out, then it's just a bigger play on the retest for continuation. And that's when you start trending. Lorenz, do you speak Italian? Not really. Weird, right? You look at my name. We'll keep going. The more aggressive we go, guys, keep it very... Man, you will see. This 4-hour closure, this is one 4-hour candle at this particular moment. All right? At some point, we're going to see somewhat of an exhaustion here. So, the higher we get, the better it's going to be. In that case. If price didn't do what we wanted to do, consolidate, manipulate, and expand, we wait for price to get here and we see what we can do there. Okay, If this was not news related, pretty straightforward trade setup. Let's mark out this level as well, and then we have it set. All right. So quick question, who has read the full ebook right now? I would love to know that. Who has read the full ebook? Like the complete ebook, complete from the beginning to the end. That's incredible. That's incredible. Okay, beautiful. The next thing we could do here, if you have read the full ebook, is start backtesting. Start backtesting. Start backtesting everything individually. Start with the weekly, then go to the daily, then go to the fixed ranges, then go to the swings. You start fine-tuning everything. You know exactly eventually when to look for what, when to look for swings, when to look for daily profiles, weekly profiles. That's the only way. So the next edition, man, we're gonna implement a new entry model. Okay, so you guys are familiar now with our 3 entry models. Which entry model 1 is by far the most, well, entry model 1 and entry model 3. Entry model 1 is by far the most enjoyable, as it's like a confirmed 76% win rate. We're now lucky. The fact that we're on a win streak, I call that lucky, I think. We'll see. We have to zoom out, right? The fact that we are at an 84% win rate is for now not enough. I mean, it's enough. It's more than enough. But it should not be the real result. I don't think we're going to end up at this exact win rate. To be really honest with you. I think we're going to end up slightly lower than that. But anything above 75% for me is perfect. So we want to make sure that we stay above the 75%. The more trades, the better it's going to be. By the way, the ebook is free, okay? You can get it too. It shows exactly what we're doing here, so I don't have any doubt when we're trading, okay? Because I see a lot of confusion. And guys say, yeah, you need to catch every single move in the market. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. It would be great. If I would trade a lot of different strategies, I would do that. I would probably go in random. If I would trade random, I probably would be entering every single day random. But I can guarantee you that my win rate would never be at 84% ever, if that would be the case. It would just not be. It would not be the reality of trading. So, you know, when we're going through a phase right now, right, where everything is trending, easy money, right? When in phase when things are slightly consolidating, right, people tend to lose their shit and get very frustrated and very impatient. But if we want to maintain this win rate and we want to actually end up profitable, which is what every trader wants in the end, right? They want to make money consistently. Then you're going to have days where you're going to compensate for the days where you are going to chill out. And that's just the reality. And I think every streamer says the same thing, tells you the same thing. It's like, stop that gambling mindset and get to work. All right, we arrived. And the 4 hour has closed, fam. Alright, the 4 hour has closed bullish with a very weak bottom. Now it gets interesting. Fixed PSC, look at the reaction in that level. Watch this. Upper spectrum of the range, yes. Not bad. The two main levels, 2357 and 2360. Wait for the momentum to slow down. And we'll see what happens here. Kenny says this ebook is like my Bible now. Every time I'm gonna place a trade, I'm looking at the entry model just to make sure. Nice. Nice. 4 hour opened without a wick. It's not that it's very weak indeed, but it's the 4 hour. So you need to give that some time. Okay? But at least the 4 hour is done. So we're gonna check this out now. 15 minutes. Still loading. Didn't it load last time? Didn't load either, right? Let's see if it's working. There we go. Nice. Okay, watch this. What we're gonna check now, fam, is we're gonna check out on the 50-minute time frame the volume. You ready for it? Okay. So that expansion initially, fantastic. We came into the PVC here 6.3k, 5k, all right, 2.2k. We have around 10 minutes left. We're gonna see how many contracts were executed here. Keep in mind, this is just on Owanda. But we're still utilizing this as our tool of reference, as I think I've been testing it a lot. The Owanda chart for me is working extremely well. Extremely well. Okay. So when we're seeing a big expansion like that, all right, we see exactly how many contracts are executed. Okay. 6.3k, 5k, 2.3k. Okay. 10 minutes left for this 50-minute closure. We're going to see now. We're going to see now how much we are going to close down when we're going to start to slow down around our key levels. We have the 2361, the 2357. We still have not closed this 15-minute. Okay, so if we're going to see volume decreasing, right, the 4 hour closure is behind us. We know that opened with a very weak bottom wick. We're getting to the top of the range. It's all about right now checking out what is happening in regards to the amount of orders that are executed. Are we going to slow down here? That's one layer. Delta is negative, yet price is pushing up. It's one other layer. Okay, nothing too crazy yet. We will see. You see right now currently that price is still getting pushed down by the fixed POC here. We're in the top of a range, okay? The top of a range. We have not broken out of the range yet. Any break out of the range could result into a retracement continuation long. We're now at the top of a range. Now it comes down to how many orders are getting executed here. What is the volume like? Okay. We're gonna see. Yesterday EM1 failed. Yes, yesterday EM1 was never executed. We had a buy stop placed, never executed. Sometimes that's gonna happen indeed. sometimes that is gonna happen. Fixed PVC, most important level, fam. Are you using an indicator for the footprint? No, this is from TradingView. It's brand new. It's crazy. We always used the footprint on the futures chart before, which was always different. And we had an external software and everything. And it was much harder to find that synchronization and alignment. This is just fantastic that they have integrated it. It's actually really good. It's really good. It's very nice. Is bounced from the early previous Sunday open? No, the early previous Sunday open is at 2361. I need to call this the PSO, by the way. Good point. It says Sunday open. Indicator name, it's the volume footprint. It's only for premium. Okay. What you can see here right now is that what we're trying to look at is number one, the delta, right? Sellers are stepping in here. Buyers are still buying though, right? We're still seeing that we are potentially holding and buying. What's important though is that I'm looking at the volume now. That's all I'm looking at. But the amount of orders that are executed here. I don't care if it's bids. I don't care if it's asks. I just want to see both. I want to see what's happening, right? Because if the volume is coming down with 50% per candle closure on the 15-minute here, you can also look at the 5-minute. But I like to use the 15-minute just because it gives me a little bit more information. Okay, better confirmations. Then I'm looking for the rotation. I'm looking for the rotation here. The exhaustion of buyers. And because we're still internally looking good, I mean, this retracement was great. We can still make that move on the 30-minute where you consolidate, you pull back, right? So you still look at a potential scenario where it's an uptrend or whatever. You're holding above that trend. It could still be that you have this range, you pull back, you get towards these key levels again, which is the current weekly, and you start pushing up again. You start to drive price up. Okay. This expansion now is leading into an exhaustion play. And we're keeping a close eye also on this range as well. So we have this level, this range. Let me show you. This is the value area low of the Tuesday. So the early previous daily value area low on the dollar. We're holding above it right now. And we also reclaimed the early previous POC as well here. So dollar is holding up for now at least. Okay, for now. So this is great. This is what I want to see. So how does the footprint work? It works with like the understanding of what buyers and sellers are doing here. So what the ideal case scenario is if you see that buyers are not willing to buy anymore, right there, right? And sellers are willing to step in right there. For now, that's not the case yet. You see that? If you look at actually the numbers, we never discussed the numbers, but like sellers are not really willing to step in yet here. It's kind of consolidating. So I'm not worried about an entry now, right? I think we're going to see some consolidation. And I will utilize this today with the entry model 1 or, you know, our key levels. So we have the fixed POC in this case. is the area where the most volume has been traded in that smaller range. All right, this range right there. Okay, we did swipe the lows internally, so we're now back at the highs. At some point you could say, okay, everyone will bot here, right? They're gonna start being scared. They're gonna start looking for profits, profit taking as well. This is what you also kind of are seeing right now, right? The profit taking. So when this candle closes here and the next candle creates a top wick and we start pushing, I think we can get into a potential short here if we see that order flow actually coming in. So if we see these orders coming in, I think that could give us a great confirmation. What is total number? It shows how many, yeah, exactly. How many buyers, how many sellers, how many bids versus how many asks. How many bids, how many asks. You can see that this is where a lot of volume has been traded. That's these white blocks here are where the most volume has been traded. Okay. So what you in essence want to see is you don't want to get above it too far. You don't want to get above it anymore. $23.60 is the early PV Sunday open. The early PV Sunday open is at $23.60.6, yeah. And think about the lows as well here that we have left behind. I want to really see what the dollar is doing. And the yield as well. Let's look at the yield as well. Still relatively, we're almost there though. We're almost there. So what we're looking for, somewhat of an entry model 1 on the 50-minute. So if you go to page 50, you will find it, okay? You will find it. If we tap into that level and we start breaking this low, short. Something like that, something like that, something like that. Of course, with levels in between, right? Cannot ignore a couple of important levels here. The 23.49 is one. Yeah, you will break this level as well. This is beautiful. You break the 23.53. That's perfect. So if you break below here, then we have a confirmation for continuation. Yeah, the fixed value is there as well, but the PSC is where we're reacting from. So I'm trying to keep it clean here. So I like it. So I'm gonna observe the footprint. $5.6K, so it's still, the volume is still there. What usually tends to happen if there is no more buying pressure, you're gonna see one candle where the volume is extremely low overall. Suddenly. How many pip for stop? I think it will be like a 60 pip with like a yeah, you want to target the lows because this is where liquidity is built, but you want to take profits along the way. Like it's like a gross 120 pip target, but you're gonna take profits along the way. Still holding up? Anything to consider with the current weekly very high? Yes, Mula. So I think that's the 23.49, right? Sorry, 52. Yeah, you will break all these levels in between. I want to break below this. And see if we can target the lows that we've been building here. So we're not going to enter yet. We're going to wait for that response here. What means negative delta? Negative delta means that there are more at this particular moment. It's the net difference between, let's say, aggressive buyers, so market buyers, and market sellers. All right? So the net difference between those. It's crazy to see in 1 minute how the candle is literally spawning to each level on the way up. Crazy, right? It's crazy. I agree. So again, look at this. Look what's happening here, fam. You see that? You see these white blocks? 1, 2, 3, 4. Right here. Somebody is selling there. Heavily. Someone is selling there. Right into that exact level. Alright, that could provide us with some support here. There's some resistance here, so that could be good. It's the same level. Cedric says I'm the one selling there. Nice, G. Okay. Good for you, bro. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, so we saw a serious amount of volume here. This is our tunnel. Last level to break, and that's it. Yeah, the 4 hour. Now look, so usually we look at this level, but the way we sliced through it twice, it happened again. It happened here, and it happened here. For me personally, that's always a sign of like, okay, it might not be the strongest level to work with right now. We sliced through it twice like butter. This one, and here as well. So if we start breaking below here, I'm not that worried about potential retracement. It could happen. It could happen, but I would not be that particularly worried about it at all. So let's see, fam. We're gonna enter mine shortly. Dollar looking better. Dollar looking better. I like what the dollar is doing. If you put fixed volume profile from this current swing, we're currently at the POC since 8:30. So you look at 8:30. Let's see. Yeah. Is that the level? That would be insane if that's the level, by the way. No, level is slightly higher. Slightly higher. It's slightly higher. Yeah, these are lower time frame plays, so they're a little bit different. Because of the fact that we have seen a massive expansion, so we're trying to play the exhaustion. We call this the exhaustion play. News in 20 minutes, yeah. Yeah, New York Stock Exchange in 4 minutes, so yeah. Let's see if we can get the double confirmation there. Yeah. Pre-6 is fixed very low, EM1 already running. Yeah, so the fixed is there. What I'm looking for is a break below the current weekly very high. I look this short only with confirmation for sure. Yeah. Only with confirmation for now. So you have the current weekly very high, right? So if you draw this whole week of trading, you're gonna get a level at 23.53. Anything below that is, in my opinion, free fall. So that's kind of what we're looking at, all right? We're looking for it to slow down, new volume to come in, and then potentially looking for that continuation play. So slightly different approach. But it mainly has to do with a rapid expansion to the upside, followed by a retracement back to the downside. So it's going to be a little bit of a different approach here, but it's just because of the momentum play. Being in the top of the range. And we're looking for it not to continue out higher. And if it does break above, then we can always look for the continuation longs. That's a different story. It's still that consolidation here. Now we make a move to the upside. Now I'm looking for entry models. So let's say you invert this skill, right? You look at it completely different. You have like the consolidation. You have this move. You're holding into your key levels, right? The fixed POC, couple levels right there. Can be that we could easily come back into that range. This is how I see it. And then my stops being right there and looking for that continuation play to the upside. Entry from there is going to be way too late. We then look for continuations. So in this case, I'm still kind of convinced that we might be able to get now into our position, to trade the retracement and see how we respond there and keep a small position open. Something like that, okay? Because you see this happening a lot. You consolidate, expand, and then it leaves everything behind and it goes for that eventually. Keep in mind, it's Friday. It's also the monthly candle closure. There are a lot of manipulation happening around this time here. So for me personally, it's worth the risk of a trade. Okay? It's worth the risk of a trade, fam. No top wick though. It's on a strong supply zone. Big boy also look to manipulate the levels. Yeah. So this is where we look for shorts here. I'm gonna place a limit order. That's what I'm gonna do. This case. So annoying that there is no top wick on this candle. This is where you get where I really get tested right now, mentally. Also, because it looks perfect. Everything that I like to see is happening. Okay. If this 5 minute now breaks below it without a bottom wick and you get into the closure, it could flip it. Boom, like that. Okay. So you have to keep your patience. Cannot neglect my rules here. If it's gonna flip, we're gonna be very happy. Limit orders will be good around that around the highs there, but not where the candle is potentially flipping at the 5 minute here. Cookie says I never enter without a top wick. I agree. I agree. I agree. What about gold next week? It depends if we break out of this range or if we stay in this range. If we stay in this range, the only thing that we can do is range trading. If we break out of the range, that might be something that we really like. Yeah, you need to have your confirmations, fam. Need to have our confirmations. You really get tested in these moments here. You really get tested. Which is all part of the game. You're gonna see it all. What about a long seller from the previous daily value or high? I would look at this internal range. If your price comes down here, okay, and it starts actually pushing, it's just gonna respond to these initial levels here. But you know, there is a reason why we consolidate here, we expand. You know, this that aggressively, in my opinion, it's not looking good. All right. So 30 minute now, closed above. The next 30 minute candle opened up bearish. Why? Because the New York Stock Exchange opened up. That's why we saw the drop without a top wick on that candle. So we need, in my opinion, we need to fill that wick first. That's why you get tested here. Because you wanna enter, right? You wanna enter. At least I have that feeling. I'm like, yeah, I see the pattern, I see the rejection, I see the potential scenario here. But if the 30 minute then breaks below here without a top wick and it starts pushing down and it's around the New York Stock Exchange open, you also have to understand the New York Stock Exchange open as well. Created that candle. Where does the most manipulation happens? It happens around the New York Stock Exchange open. So far you see it already happening. If there was a top wick, I would have entered the trade below. You know, just joining in had to go to the dentist, but see that the USD is at very high. All right, we'll check it out. We'll check the Nasdaq again. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Main level, I'm looking at fixed POC, previous Sunday open. Currently, the current weekly value high. The amount of viewers is clearly scaring you out of your trades. Well, if that was the case, we would have been wrecked right now. We would have been wrecked right now. So don't think that, bro. We are constantly taking trades. You're gonna have a week where you take a lot of trades, a week where you take less trades. If you want to impulsively enter, then go, man. Then go. Make money over time, bro. Do your thing. Be happy. Scream it from your, from your rooftop that you made some money today. But let's have a conversation in a month together. Let's see who's winning here. Let's see who's the most consistent here. Nasdaq bounce from the previous Sunday open right now. W wick. Yeah. We have around 5 minutes left for this 50-minute candle. So in one thing he's right. You have to understand that emotionally you get tested significantly. So for example, I've seen this pattern happening over and over again. So I see that same move happening. You open a range, you leave that liquidity behind, you tap into your key level, the fixed POC is holding good, right? You break below the current weekly value high. Like all these signs for me are like sell, 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 sell. But then there are two things. You have the New York Stock Exchange opening up at 10 minutes ago. That was that candle that broke below here. Buyers are still willing to buy here. You see it, right? I would not be surprised if we're going to see a flip. We have news in 5 minutes. Like all these factors are things that I have to take into consideration. Okay? When it comes down to news trades, beforehand, only work with limit orders. So it has to align with our moves. And we practically only trade the CPI, FOMC, the NFP, like the big moves, the big trades where we know for sure we're gonna see 100 pip move up, 200 pip moves down. All of that stuff here. So in my opinion, my goal is just to stay super disciplined and follow the exact rules here. That's the only way I can win. But it does not mean that it's annoying to me. If you know what I mean. If you get my point here. Even for me, it's annoying sometimes. But that's how I build the discipline. I have to follow my rules. At which level do you take a limit order at this moment? Only with news, I would say a limit order would have been nice. If you manipulate the highs here, right? There was one key level that I would look for. If we would come down the 2314, I would have buy there. We had an order set. If price moved down, right here, we started to consolidate, we manipulate down, I would have bought in limit order. In my opinion, we're holding way too strong at the current weekly very high. We also took out the lows, so be happy that we didn't enter here. Be very happy. Right? If I entered without a top wick right now, most likely, we would have get wrecked right now. Just so you know. We would have entered, would have placed our stop. Could have been a very nasty situation. Very nasty trade. That's why these stop wicks, they never lie, man. They never lie. No, you're misunderstanding me. I'm saying the fact that there's 4K people watching makes him take much less entries, which is 100% certain. Obviously, yeah. I think you're a new dude, number one. I don't think you have no idea what you're talking about. I don't care if there's 10 people watching me, if there's 500 people watching me, if there's 2,000 people watching me. Listen, I've been doing this for 2 years every day. I have 2 years, 4 days a week. A playbook is a playbook. LTA Concepts is a playbook. It's a set of rules. It's that simple. Last time, somebody said a trade, I took a random trade. You know what happened? We lost that trade randomly because it was a random trade. I said, you know what? Let's go short right now. Let's go. That was to prove a point as well. You can find it there on my Instagram somewhere, I think. Instagram, I'm not sure if it's on YouTube. Instagram for sure. The exact reason why everyone is losing money in this game, because they're reckless, because they're impatient, and they just want to enter. Because it's not about them becoming a trader and becoming a good trader. It's not about that. It's about them getting that dopamine rush, that shot in their endorphins in their brain, and gives them a good feeling. It's like when they're jerking off, same outcome. It's the same thing. Jerking off every single day when they wake up. That's what it is. That's what most of you guys are doing. No offense, but that's the reality. So when you see somebody that's holding on to the rules, you're like, oh, enter. Bro, you're jerking off every fucking day. You're telling me what to do? Shut up, bro. It's okay. It's okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. We're creating something new though. I'm not joking. Alright, dollar is at the earlier previous daily POC. Look at that. Look at what we're doing here. We tapped into the early previous daily very low. We now came into the early previous daily point of control. Okay? Now we're getting somewhere. Now I feel like we're getting somewhere. This might be a good confirmation for the dollar. I see after the hourly closure, I see it happening. Sorry. Listen, if you have kids in the room today, I would, you know, today is that day. Today is that day. I would close the door. All right? I would close the door if I were you today. Because we care about our kids, obviously. Yeah. All right, nice. This is good. Okay, this is very impressive. We're still holding up here. Okay. We have been coming down. The current weekly value high indeed showing potential, so that no top wick saved us. That's why we follow our rules, because everything showed me that we had that potential short here. But because we didn't have the top wick, I said, no, that's not allowed. You cannot trade without a top wick here. What happened? You closed above it and you flipped the candle. Which is crazy. Right, so now the 4-hour bottom wick is set. Let's see how big this move is here. Around 30 till 60. Thank God we listen to no topic rule. Yeah, it's very common, my friend. Very common. And it's also always the understanding of like, what time do we actually break it? What time do we create that candle? Hello, Angela, can you please confirm me for GU entry model today? GU entry model. Early PSVK PSC was that initial move here. So this was the entry model. Okay. Too bad we don't trade a Euro GU on stream. Because this was the entry model. You created low, you created a high, you set in this internal high. You then created a double wick confirmation. And then this is your entry. You see that? Right here. Let me know if you get this one. If you guys can see the entry model here. If so, type in a yes in the chat. Alright? So you're trending up. You're creating that initial low. You take out these lows. You create an internal high. You give you that double wick confirmation here. You set in that third candle. Alright, that's clean. That's clean. First target is of course the Sunday open. Alright, that's already like a 2-to-1. If you manage to close above it like it happened here, continuation down, right? That's clean. That's entry model number 1, right here on page 50, right? Gold, not as clean. That's clean. That's clean. That's what you want to see. It's beautiful. And then in the end, also, you could have even placed your entry below because of the fact that you swiped the lows first internally on this candle. Right? You have this candle, that low, it swiped the lows here, it taps into that zone. It breaks the highs, and you flip it, stop loss below the candle, and you have your trade set up. First target is Sunday open. The rest is, of course, the bigger range. Something like that. So why don't you take it? Because we're trading gold here. We're just focusing on gold on this stream. 2 less Forex traders here on this channel. Okay? That's why we have our group. Where we trade a lot more than just these type of confirmations here. Okay? Than only gold in this matter. Yeah. Yeah, all right, now it's going, breaking. Exactly what I was looking for initially. Okay. Let's see how we respond to the last one more time. But this is gonna be it for today. I can see it. I can feel it. This is where I need to step away. I need to step away from the charts today. Yeah, fam. Your boy needs to step away here. Okay? Didn't give me the right confirmation. Here, holding up for way too long here. Eventually started to break. Entry model perfection. Eventually, no top wick. Wanna enter, do not enter. Price comes down, up on a chart, on a different chart for a split of a second. Price breaks down eventually here. I'm gonna cut it for today, fam. Okay? We're not always gonna have these days. You're gonna see the realistic life of a trader as well here on stream. We can crush it for weeks and weeks in a row, but there's gonna be a day where I'm like, no, man, I need to cut it. Our win streak is there for a reason, all right? It's all up here. It's all up here. That's it. It's the end of the month. The manipulation, like we said, man. Like we said. The consolidation, the expansion. Sorry, the manipulation, the expansion. I see it. Couldn't put my fingers on it in regards to the perfect executions here today. Couldn't. That's it. I was waiting. This was the move. Okay. Yeah. This was the fucking move. What can I say, man? What can I say? It's definitely not surprising to me. We said the consolidation, the expansion, the manipulation and the retracement. If you go back towards the candlestick chart right here, or so the footprint. Let me show you one more cool thing as well. Okay. What started to happen here, fam? Volume started to come down here. We started to come down significantly, right? The exhaustion play. And look what we never broke. We never broke this high, this major sell order. It never came above it. It tapped into it. It never came above it. But this was fantastic. I was waiting for that. The fact that we opened the New York Stock Exchange open with the top wick, we had news coming. A lot of distraction here, especially in my head today. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna be realistic. I'm gonna chill the fuck out, enjoy my weekend, and have an event with you guys in our private group. Okay? Keeping my win rate alive, my win streak alive, and keeping my money in my pocket. That's what I'm gonna say today. All right? For example, a perfect entry model today, what you can see now, GU, right? Perfect key level, entry model, perfect placement. Okay? The best thing I can show you, fam, you have been seeing me trading for now 6 weeks since LTA, absolutely destroying the markets. But I feel I have a bad day, and I feel that even though our direction was correct, that I'm not gonna force anything anymore, okay? Because I don't want to give you that energy of forced trades. Because if I give you that energy, then I'm not leading by example, okay? That's it. Appreciate the support though, fam. You guys are absolute legends, okay? So that's it for me this week. Next week we're gonna be fully back, and I hope this week or this session today that gold will make a little bit of a bigger move still, so we can get out of this range. If not, we know exactly what we're looking for. The top and the bottom of the range is here, okay? Anything in the middle, we'll find out from there, okay? Let's keep making money, keep following our rules. So yeah, it's all up here, my G's. It's all up here. Know when to take action and when to not pursue it. All right. Even when your trade plays out perfectly like you want it to, the only thing that can happen is you can get frustrated. You feel it. You feel the emotions coming up, and you start forcing trades. So I need to lead by example, and I need to keep winning for you guys with the right mindset. Okay. Let's at least get our song back. There we go. Thank you, man. I think it was a valuable lesson today. I hope you can understand it, dive deeper, and use this in your advantage. All right? I'm gonna leave it up here. Take it easy. I'm gonna see you next week again, 4 days a week. Hope you're learning every single stream something, and it'll be win-win-win. All right? Thank you, fam. Ciao.